our souls at stake. Let's give it our best. Let's take them back to the Bible.
Welcome to the actionable curriculum for the house-to-house, heart-to-heart School of Evangelism. You're the preacher and you're wondering, what do I do? Where do I start? I understand that if I was in your role, knowing what you know, I'd be overwhelmed right now. It looks like there's an elephant sitting in front of me, and I don't know how in the world I'm going to do this. Let me assure you, I've been where you're at. I was in full-time ministry for 22 years. I understand the preacher's perspective. So therefore, I put this together to help you so you know where do I begin. So it's the teaching, preaching, training schedule. Brother, without you, this isn't going anywhere. I mean, you're in front of that congregation multiple times a week. If you're not preaching these sermons and training this church, the congregation is not going to be successful. If you choose not to participate, I can promise all the prayers that we offer, all the efforts of your elders and members are going to be minimized. But if you put your heart and soul into this, it will literally transform your ministry. It'll be the greatest thing you've ever done. Not only that, it's going to lighten your load. Now, your load is a little heavier right now. I get that. But eventually, it's going to lighten your load. Can you imagine the church working with you? The members helping you? In other words, you're not expected to do everything. They do their job, you do your job, and to God be the glory. All right, where do we begin? First thing you need to do is on a Sunday morning, you got to select a start date. I strongly suggest that's immediately. Don't let the energy die. You need to preach those John 4 sermons. There's 3 of them on Sunday mornings. Now, I want the Sunday morning to be sermon material. I'm not going to give you training on Sunday morning. I'm going to give you sermons. John 4. All right, there's 17 points. Strongly suggest you don't try to preach that all in one Sunday. So we break it down into 3 Sundays, and we got the PowerPoint and the outline. It's in manuscript form. And so it's also in your Evangelism Simplified guidebook, and you just preach through the lessons. You're trying to help the church learn about contacts. There are no more plumbers, no more electricians, no more neighbors, no more ball team members. They're all contacts. So let's go ahead and emphasize and focus on contacts. All right, now on Sunday night, what do you need to do? Well, let's start out by taking those training cards. Now, you'll notice on the screen, there are a lot of training cards beginning to appear. And we have training cards for almost every part of our model. We're developing more of them. Every month, we're developing more training cards. The first training card you need to pass out is the one on the model. And you need to show the church the model. Give them the 6 steps. Give them a general overview of how it all fits together. The PowerPoint that you observed in your leadership session before I left, that's the PowerPoint I'm leaving you with. Feel free to modify it. Feel free to adapt. There's elasticity in a model, but don't break the model apart or you no longer have the franchise that works. All right. So what do you do the next Sunday evening? Well, the next Sunday evening, you should immediately start talking to the church about, all right, compassion cards. How does that ministry work? How to successfully set it up? Notice those training cards have keywords, and go to the part of the website that has all the details and give the church a general idea of why are we going to send cards? How is this different than card sending ministries we've done in the past? What are the results that you might receive? We even have a PowerPoint of the entire compassion card ministry so you can use. Feel free to use any of it. You need to do training sessions on Sunday night of the visitors. All right, what do you do when visitors walk in? Everybody needs to know. Now, there will be specific details of some people involved, but everybody needs to know the general outline and the plan. So you're going to continue to develop this from the transition. That is the last stage or step in the prospect circle. That is that visit, that transition Thursday, mission Monday. We're going to learn about how to use new movers, how to use house to house, heart to heart, how to go to the door. We're going to learn about meals, taking people out to eat, the Bible study, how to be successful doing a Bible study. There are a lot of parts, a lot of training. Every successful business has training. Churches without training, all right, is a church that lacks intent. There must be intent. Sunday morning, you're preaching sermons. John chapter 4. It's quantity, not quality. Matthew 22. Preach through back to the Bible. At some point, preach through doesn't matter. Preach through believe the Bible. It's a lot of great sermons that you need to preach on Sunday mornings. A lot of training on Sunday evenings. Brethren, please, my preacher friends, I'm begging you. Take time to do this. It's going to be the greatest part of your ministry. You're training a church how to work with you, not for you to work for them. They don't work for you. We all work for the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Download that training preaching sheet. Look at it. Modify it. I know you have vacation Bible schools, Bible camps, youth nights, singing nights. So I realize it may not be subsequent. Try to keep it on track. Keep moving forward. And once again, if we can help you, all you got to do is ask us, email us, call us. I'm a text away. I love to hear from you guys with kindred spirits. We're praying for you every day. So reach out. To God be the glory. Move on to the next step, preacher. You can do this.
We just plant and water, then watch God see the increase start. There are souls at stake. Let's give it our best. Let's take them back to the Bible.